Hi, today we're going to talk about practicing intervals. Why do I say we are going to talk? I mean, I'm the only one talking here. But I'm going to talk about practicing intervals and more specifically today about practicing chords, interval of a chord, an interval I find really hard to pronounce in English. Hopefully I'll be better playing it. I think you could do it in basically in two ways. You could do it in a diatonic way, relating the intervals to a mode, or you could do it in a more chromatic way. So today will be about the diatonic way of practicing. I'll be using an F Lydian scale in most of the exercises, and I'll get back to why it's just a Lydian mode, why I'm not starting out with a major mode. What more could we say? When using intervals, chords in a diatonic mode, not all of the chords are going to be natural chords. You'll get an augmented chord too. So first thing to do is just play the chord interval from every note in the key. So here we go. You could go down instead of going up. You could do it in an up-down pattern, a zigzag pattern like this. And of course you could start by going down this pattern as well. You could add another interval, so instead of just playing one chord, you could play two chords this way. Of course, you could add even more chords. You could add, like, so we have in total 3. That will get you in a higher range, and there might be some roots where you're not able to play it this way. So, of course, you should be playing this in all keys as usual, but actually I think you should practice it in all kind of modes too, and not only the major or as today the Lydian mode, because I guess you don't want to be playing entirely Lydian the rest of your life. And one way of doing it is instead of moving around in the cycle of fifth, stay on the same route and work your way through the different modes. I like to organize the modes starting with Lydian and then actually lowering one note at a time, working my way down to Locrian. So going from Lydian to a major scale or Ionian scale, we take the sharp 11th and we lower that to 11th. Then we go to Mixolydian, we lower the major 7th to a minor 7th, and so on. So if I use the first exercise we had, again just start in Lydian. Oops. And then I lower the sharp 11th, so we get an 11th, and we get a major scale. Then I lower the 7th, taking us to Mixolydian. Minor third, Dorian. And then we're going to Aeolian. So we lower the 13th or the 6th, whatever you want to call it. We lower that and we get. Then we go from the 9 to the flat 9, which gives us a Phrygian mode. And finally we lower the fifth and gets a Locrian mode. So when you practice this way, you might find that some of the, what should we call them, darker keys are a little hard to actually hear what root you're playing. Try using a piano. Just need to move so I can reach the pedal. Sorry, that was just dropping my phone. So we put a pedal and play the Locrian mode again. So you really hear what kind of mode you're playing, what's the sound of that mode. In general, when you practice modes, so things over modes, always try to be aware of what note am I playing and why am I playing just this note. So I mean, you've got to know that I'm playing a G flat, but you've got to know that I'm playing a G flat because that's the minor ninth of this mode. So you always are aware of why you're playing those notes. I think that will give you a lot of confidence and secureness when improvising over chords. Okay, so we need to do this in other modes that are not based on a major scale, like modes based on a melodic minor scale, and that could be like the altered scale or the mixed Lydian sharp 11th, Lydian dominant, if you want to call it that. So in a melodic minor mode, we will have not only augmented fourths, we will actually have a diminished fourth as well, which is going to sound or do sound like a major third. So F minor melodic is like this. So that last one, I mean, that's a major third, but that's the way it works in melodic minor. There's absolutely nothing to worry about. And things will get even stranger if you do this on, for instance, a half step, whole step scale. You're gonna get a lot of diminished fourths. And if we add another fourth when we are in a half step, whole step, we'll actually get like a pattern of triads. I did practice on that. Let's see if I can do it. So that's two fourths zigzagging up in a half step, whole step scale. So do this on whatever modes you play in, if you want to do this, of course, otherwise don't. But all modes you use to be flexible. I mean, you want to be able to play whatever phrases you like, no matter what key or what mode you are in. You don't want to be limited, so in this key, in this mode, I can only play this. I mean, that wouldn't be any fun. Should I practice this in a whole note scale? Yeah, why not? You won't get so many natural fourths, but on the other hand, you might not want to do this on a chromatic scale, because, well, you can figure that out yourself. So that's all for today. Next time will be about practicing fourths in a more chromatic way, leaving the modes. Have a nice day. Bye.